I'm going to show you how to do a really quick mermaid. Being that my name is Ariel, I have to have a mermaid design. So what I do is I take a filbert, and you can see I just shape the hair really quickly with the round edge of the filbert, and then start flicking the hair out and around. And again, I love to use a filbert for this because you can press flat down to fill in the larger areas, but then you can end on the tip so you can still get those nice lines, make it look like the Little Mermaid's hair is floating in the ocean. This face transparency that I have, it's just a printout from the computer, and then I put a clear transparency sheet over it. It's not the most accurate as far as the ratios of cheek to chin, so this does work a lot better on a kid, or if you're going to practice this on an actual practice head, but you'll get the idea. So I do the hair first, shape it however you want to shape it, and then I go in and start doing the tail. The shape of the tail is pretty simple as well. Just make the larger portion, and then I use that filbert brush to make the fins. I start on the tip and then press down to make some kind of elongated teardrop like shapes, and there you go, you've got a tail. Super easy. I love using this stencil as well with the fish scales. So I'm just going to load up a sponge with some blue. This is a mix of a darker blue and a lighter blue, just to get a pretty color. You could do purple, pink, I've done on kids as well. Place it at the forehead and then just kind of go in a little bit more of a crown shape. You don't have to fill in everything. I usually try to make it, kind of a U or a crown shape. And then as the stencil's on, I spray some glitter and pull that off, and you've got some great mermaid scales. So now I'm going to take a small round brush, something like a 2 or a 3, and just make the shape of the face and 1 or 2 eyelashes. No other details than that. It's just a profile. Don't get too fancy with it. And then I go back in and add a little bit of a outline, but I'm not really tracing it. I'm just doing a rough outline to add some details, some swirls, and whatever else you feel like outlining. And if I'm really busy, sometimes I won't even outline it. I'm doing it here so that it looks a little bit nicer on the transparency, but I don't always do this step at a festival or at an event because mermaids are a little time consuming. There's a lot of color changes and that kind of thing. So I am going to outline the tail as well so that it stands out a little bit, and then I'm going to add some rough scales. And I am not too careful about this. I just kind of flick my brush and make little scallops going down the mermaid tail so that it has a little bit more interest. So then what I would normally do is take a filbert and do kind of a really, really light or white teardrops to create splashes. And of course, you can't really see that color on here, so I switched to pretty pure white so you can see it a little bit better. Of course, on a kid's face, this shows up really, really well, and it's really easy just to kind of finish everything up and give it some borders and boundaries, and it just turns it into a really quick full face design. So I'll usually finish with that, and then if I have time or I want it to be even a little bit more special, I'll add just a few highlights. And I went in with just a little bit more black because I wanted the hair to look a little bit more whimsical. And then I'll add a few white highlights, and this design is done. It's really, really quick to do, and you can add some other elements or leave some out. Sometimes I'll do a really quick like seashell in the middle of the forehead as well with a filbert brush. It's really easy to do some teardrops. I do love a filbert. So I hope you guys enjoyed this super quick mermaid design, and I hope you try it. Thanks for watching.